Welcome to the English tutorial of Chapter 2, the first and second steps in essay writing. After this tutorial, you will be able to explain the purpose of a thesis statement, support the thesis statement with supporting details, and finally, write a thesis statement. A thesis statement is a summary of your essay. It is very focused and it is very specific. It is basically your argument. It has important keywords that you explain in your body paragraphs. A thesis statement is divided into three major parts: the topic, the opinion, and the plan of development. The topic explains what the essay is about. The opinion is how you feel about the subject. Do you like it or dislike it? Do you think it has advantages or disadvantages? The plan of development are the keywords that you will focus on in your body paragraph. So for example, if I take the thesis statement of online learning has several advantages like lower costs and flexible schedules. My topic is online learning. My opinion is that it has advantages. The two important keywords are lower costs and flexible schedules. As a reader, I understand that your first body paragraph will be about lower costs and your second body paragraph will be about flexible schedules. Please note that these keywords should be mentioned in your topic sentence. Some essays have longer thesis statements, but for the purpose of this course, your thesis statement should only be one sentence by the end of your introduction. If you have finished writing your essay and you notice that you should make changes to your keywords or plan of development in your thesis, you can. Please note that the thesis statement should never be a question or a quotation. Common errors in writing a thesis. A thesis statement should never be an announcement, it should never be too broad, too narrow, and it should never contain more than one idea. An announcement is when you are telling your audience what the topic is. In your thesis, you are saying something about the topic because you already know what the topic is. So, in order to avoid having an announcement, avoid the pronouns I and my, and avoid the words essay, topic, or paper. So instead of saying, my essay will discuss the effects of the coronavirus, I can say, the coronavirus has negative effects on the economy. My topic is the coronavirus. My opinion is that it has negative effects, and the plan of development, my keyword, is that the negative effects are on the economy. The thesis statement should not be too broad. When it is too broad, it's very general and it's not focused. Therefore, it doesn't have a keyword. So for example, if we say the coronavirus has many effects. Effects like what or on what? Or if we say online learning is beneficial. Of course it is, but how is it beneficial? Why is it beneficial? A thesis statement should not be too narrow. Too narrow means that it is very specific, that you cannot actually form an argument. So if we say online learning is good for 18-year-olds, yes it is, everybody can agree with that. So what is your argument? What value are you adding? The thesis statement should be something in between. It should not be too general or too specific. In order to improve the thesis statement, you can say, online learning is beneficial for young adults because it teaches them responsibility and self-discipline. So here I added these two keywords. The thesis statement should not contain more than one idea. In this example, you have two ideas. The first one is students who have difficulty reaching school or university. The second one is limited class discussion. These ideas are not related, and each idea can be written in a separate essay. Now this is an example of an excellent thesis. Online learning has advantages like having lower costs, flexible schedules, and self-discipline. Online learning is our topic, advantages is how we feel about the topic, and lower costs, flexible schedules, and self-discipline are the keywords. So, as a reader, I understand that your first body paragraph will be about lower costs, your second body paragraph will be about flexible schedules, and your third body paragraph will be about self-discipline. When you have your keywords, you have to elaborate on them by giving supporting details that are interesting to the reader. Supporting details can either be quotations, statistics, or studies. And when you insert a quotation, it is not enough to just insert it. You have to explain your quote and you have to explain why it's related to your topic sentence and how it supports your thesis. Please take a moment to read this example. In this example, the writer quoted an author and explained by saying how the connection between family members is becoming less valued since families are not valuing sit-down meals and children are engaging in activities. This quote supports the topic sentence, which is being self-centered, and self-centered means focusing on what we want and not thinking about others. Now, this is a weak use of supporting details. First, the author started with writing the pronoun we. This makes it very subjective. Who is the doer of the action? Who are we talking about? We do not have a reference. Most importantly, the supporting details do not support the claim. They are not related to the claim. How is one being self-centered related to family eating together? The writer does not make the connection. This is a strong use of supporting detail. Please take a moment to read this paragraph. If you notice, by the end of the paragraph, the writer says, families begin to prize individual activities over shared time, promoting self-centeredness over group identity, which is directly connected to the topic sentence that is promoting self-centeredness. Now it is your turn to spot the thesis statement. Please pause this video to spot the thesis statement and identify the keywords. After you have done so, the first keyword is that online learning affects students. It gives them the ability to study at their own comfort. Focus on the supporting detail that is highlighted in this paragraph. You will notice that it explains that students actually learn better if they are connected to their environment, which supports the topic sentence. This is another example. Please take a moment to spot the thesis statement and identify the keywords. Also, pause this video to spot the supporting details that support the thesis statement. After you have done so, this is the answer key for the thesis statement, and this is the answer key for the supporting details. These are additional resources that can help you. Thank you for listening.